Hi, welcome to another YouTube video. I thought I'd have a bit of fun with this video and just look at a few pieces of accessible software. And some of these have been around for a long time, some of them more recent. And they're all free, so always worth a look at free stuff because there's quite a lot of really decent stuff out there. So I'm just going to be having a quick look at a few different things, not necessarily for any particular disability. Some of these might be suitable for somebody who has a visual impairment, some might be suitable for someone who has more severe physical needs. So I'm just going to have quick ganders anyway and see what these ones are. This is just a choice of just a few pieces of software that I've used over the years that I think are particularly good. So we're going to kick off. We're going to start off with NVDA. Now I'm not going to go into it in too much depth because I will be doing a full video on this at some point once I get my own head around it a little bit more. Now NVDA stands for Non-Visual Desktop Access, and it's a free screen reader basically that will help you, someone with visual impairment, navigate around the screen and find out what's in front of them basically. So if I just quickly load that. So this is a, like I say, free piece of software from an Australian company.
Welcome to NVDA dialog. Welcome to NVDA.
And I will try not to talk
most commands for
at the same time as the program, hopefully.
Down the NVDA key while taskbar.
Okay, so
desktop list. Recycle bin checkbox selected checked. Recycle bin checkbox selected checked.
There's absolutely loads of settings in NVDA. I can have it navigating different ways. I can use refreshing braille displays with it. I can have it speaking on when I'm moving the mouse around on the screen, or just use keyboard keys to navigate around, or a combination of the two. There's lots and lots of things you can do with it. It's a really quite involved piece of software. So
Caliber 64-bit ebook, OBS Studio check. Happy Wheels checkbox.
I'm just using the arrow keys on my keyboard at the moment to skip through the different icons on my desktop, and I can load one from there if I wanted to. I can also use normal keyboard shortcuts and things as well. So if I just press the Windows key and type in Word, Word, and I can just launch that as normal.
Pane. Document one word. Home grouping. Good afternoon.
I'm not sure why it's not getting rid of that, but anyway.
Blank document. Blank document.
So if I start trying to type something in Word while I get NVDA running,
NVDA dot space.
So it gives you a bit of an idea of how it works. So at the moment I've got it set to speak every word. You could have it speak every character if you wanted to, or just speak a whole sentence. If you type a word incorrectly, so if I type in, I don't know, giraffe with a J,
giraffe
makes a funny little buzz noise to tell you to indicate that you've had you made a spelling mistake. I can use the my NVDA key, which in my case is Control, and I can use the arrow keys, and I can, if you use the left arrow key,
spelling error, out of spelling, NVDA.
It goes through one word at a time, left or right.
Spelling error, out of spelling error.
If I press Control and down arrow,
hello there, this is a demo of NVDA. Giraffe.
It reads the whole thing. If I press Control and my up key, it goes to the beginning of the line and reads it as well.
Hello there, this is a demo of NVDA. Giraffe.
So quite quick and easy for actually sort of navigating around on your screen. So really good one. Like I said, there's a whole host of other things you can use it for, and different ways to navigate, things like Google Chrome and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go into it in huge depth at the moment. I'll just really quickly show you some of the settings. So there are a lot of them.
NVDA menu. Preference. Speech. Set. NVDA settings.
So there's loads of stuff that you can do in here in terms of what it does or doesn't do, in terms of sounds and what you want it to speak out, what voices you use, whether you're using braille with it, whether you're using highlighting, things like that with it. There's lots and lots of options in there. So another point in the future, once I've had a bit more time to play around with it, I will go through it in a lot more detail and make an NVDA video hopefully. Okay, so that's NVDA. I'm just going to close that one for the moment.
NVDA exit document.
Okay, so the next program I'm going to have a look at is called Perky Duck. Some of you who work with people with visual impairments or have a visual impairment yourself might be familiar with program called Duxbury. Duxbury is a quite an involved piece of software that lets you basically translate text into Braille and then print it out on a Braille embosser. PerkyDuck's like a very cut down version of that, and it's completely free. So if I just quickly load PerkyDuck, I'll show you what I mean. I'm not sure why it's keeping this window on the screen. I'll have to have a look at that at some point. So it does look a lot like Duxbury as well, if anybody's ever used that. If I just go to File and New. But what I like this for is I like using it to practice my Braille typing, because unless I'm using Braille all the time, you can forget little bits. So I'm using the FDS and the JKL keys on my keyboard, like I would with a Braille. So if I press FD and K, for example, it will type an H in Braille. If I type F and K, it will do an E. If I do FD and S, it will do an L, so writing hello. So if I do F, S and K now, it will do an O. Hello there. So it doesn't do everything that Duxbury does. It won't tell you at the bottom of this. And for example, Duxbury at the bottom of the screen does tell you what this would say, not in Braille as well. But you can emboss through it. You can print from it, and a few other bits and pieces as well. So as a tool for just practicing your Braille, I think it's a really good one. I like it. So yeah, just a really quick demo of PerkyDuck. Okay, the next program we're going to be having a look at is a program called Dasher. This one's been around for a long time actually. It was first made by a physics professor as part of a PhD project back in 1998, and it's been continuously developed and updated since then. Now Dasher's it's basically a word prediction program for someone who may have sort of limited mobility. And it's really clever and unique in terms of how it works. So let me just quickly show you how it looks. So it's quite a weird one to watch, and it looks a bit strange, but I'll show you what it does. So up here at the top of the screen we've got like a little text window. Down here we've got our word prediction. So it's always A to Z top to bottom, with some punctuation things in there obviously. These yellow areas indicate a capital letter. So every time I go through a letter, and you'll notice some letters are more prominent than others, and that's because it's trying to predict the most common letters or words that it thinks I'm going to use. So if I go through the H and just stop there for a second, you'll see it's typed the H at the top of the screen, and it's still A to Z in this area now, but you'll see that some letters are much more prominent than others. So the E, for example, is sticking out a lot more, but it's still got the same A to Z sort of layout. And so if I try and type hello, I'll just keep going up here with my mouse. So all I'm doing is very small mouse movements to move this up and down, and this box indicates a space. So there you go, I've typed the word hello. And if I continue this, so back into my yellow area for a capital letter, and I'm going to write Dexter, name of one of my children, and click to stop. It's a really clever piece of software, and there's a few different things you can do with it as well. So if I just go back to my preferences, loads of different languages you can use. There's a few different control options and things. I'm not going to go through everything at the moment. I can change the speed of it, so I'm going to put it up quite fast. So I'm quite good at doing this quickly. Maybe about that. And I can change how it starts as well, and I can also get it to speak if I want to as well. So if I click on apply and OK, and just start new. So now I've got this great big circle in the middle, and I don't need to click on it. I just need to hover my mouse on it for a second, and then it starts moving for me. And you'll see it's a lot quicker now as well. Ooh, hello, my name is Andrew. Oh, need capital letter. Where's my yellow area? Oh, there we go. Andrew Bams. And we'll have a full stop.
Hello, my name is Andrew Bans.
And it speaks as well. So really, really clever program. Now there's different versions of this for different things. There's Dasher for speeches, there's Dasher for direct input as well. So let me just have a quick look at one of the others. Dasher direct entry, we'll have a look at that one. So the main difference between this one is this one's used for access for typing into other programs. So if I just click here now and go hello, you'll see it's put it into Microsoft Word for me. So yeah, really clever piece of word prediction software. Like I say, it looks a little bit strange and makes some people feel a bit seasick, but when you're actually using it, and if you've got good literacy skills, it's really good, and it's you know, quite quick and easy to type things with. Okay, so the next program I'm going to demonstrate is this program called Camera Mouse. Now, obviously, I've taken my little camera off the top of the screen because I don't need one, because this program has one. And this basically lets me control my mouse cursor with my face. So if I click on an area of my face, if I click on my nose, there's a little green square there, and if I wait a few seconds or press the control key on the keyboard, it will start moving the mouse around. So no hands. It has a few options in this for doing automatic clicking, so basically you can hover on something and it will click for you as well. But there are some other programs that have more choices for mouse clicking things. So you need to have pretty good head control, but it works well. So if I just quickly show you that in combination with the Dasher software that we looked at before. Let's go to this a second. So just double check my cursor still in the right place on that. Yep, perfect. Okay, so if I start moving my head around now, it should kick in. Yeah, there we go. So now I am controlling Dasher without my hands and without a mouse. And it's quite hard to speak and do this at the same time. I'm just about managing it.
Dasher is very cool. Dasher is very cool and so is Camera Mouse.
So really effective when used together. So I didn't use my hands at all for that. So that one's Camera Mouse. I'm just going to close that for the moment. Okay, you might have noticed I'm dressed differently and it's darker. I tried recording this last piece of software earlier today and I either didn't press record properly or I've accidentally deleted it, so I'm just going to go over it again. Luckily it was the last one anyway. So a piece of software that you don't even need to download, it's already on your computer, hopefully, if you have Windows 7, 8 or 10, is the Windows Speech Recognition. And it's actually pretty good. There's a really good company for speech recognition software called Nuance, who've been going for quite a few years now. They originally started with a program called Dragon Dictate, and that moved on to Dragon Naturally Speaking, and then Naturally Speaking Preferred. Really good, you know, voice recognition software. It's not for everybody. If it was, then lots more people would be using it. It can take a lot of training. It can take a lot of practice. It can take a lot of getting used to having to pause the software so you can have a really good think about what it is you want to say, especially if you're dictating text and that sort of thing. Nuance were actually purchased by Apple relatively recently, so Apple's starting to include some of that stuff into their products now. But Windows is Microsoft's own sort of voice recognition is actually a you know, pretty good effort. So it's already on your computer. So if you want to have a go on it, to find it, it is in the Ease of Access Center on your computer, on your PC. Easiest way to find it though, really, is just to press your start button and type in Windows Speech Recognition, and there we go. So I've not currently trained this at all. I've literally just read a sentence so it recognises my voice. You can do tutorials and further training so that it becomes more accurate and understands you a lot more. I've just got the little microphone on this these pair of headphones at the moment I'm using, so not particularly great mic or anything, but hopefully it will do the job for what we want. Okay, so I should be able to wake it up with my voice. It doesn't always work very well for me, but I'll try. Start listening. Start menu. Desktop. I'm going to work. Open Microsoft Word. Open Microsoft Word. enter. Stop listening. So far so good. So I just demonstrated then that I can use it for navigation, so I was able to open the start menu, and then I was able to open Microsoft Word, and I said to enter so that it would press enter on the blank document and start a new blank document for me. So let's just give it a quick try and see what it's like for some sentences. Like I say, I've not done a lot of training in this, so it may not be perfect, but we'll see how we get on. Start listening. Start listening. This is a test of the Windows speech recognition on my PC. Full stop. New line. It isn't perfect at the moment because I haven't done any training on it. Full stop. New line. I find that if I speak a little bit more slowly and carefully at the moment, it seems to work a lot better. Full stop. Stop listening. So not bad at all. Considering I've not done any training on it, I'm quite happy with that really. Yeah, so that's just a really quick demo of some of the stuff in the voice recognition. The other thing you can do with it, you can do all your sort of keyboard shortcuts and things, but using your voice, which is really good. And it's got quite a cool navigation system as well if you want to use that. So obviously you can say things like minimize whatever program you're in and stuff like that. But there's also something called mouse grid, so let me just quickly show you that one. Start listening. Start listening. No, I seem to have killed my computer. Let me just try that again. Mouse grid. 3, 3, 3. Left click. Don't save. Cancel. Don't save. Don't save. Stop listening. Okay, not perfect, but certainly not bad at all. So yeah, so that's just a really quick overview of Windows voice recognition. Like I said, I don't pretend to know all the commands, but there's certain commands for browsing the internet and various other things in there. So like I say, it's free and it's worth a look at. So if you do get a chance, have a quick gander at that one. Okay, that's about it for now. Obviously, I've not covered loads and loads of software, just a few of my few favourite ones and things that I've discovered recently. I might do some more videos later on with some other free software, but yeah, if you want to check any of those programs out, then I will put the links in the description as well. And enjoy. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.